Can y'all hear me? Because my mics and stuff is on. It says y'all are muted.
Yo, can you hear us now?
My bad.
All right, we got to run this all back. Yo, we were doing the whole show.
We were in the show.
I was like,
Right.
Chakra's cold as fuck. He's like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. The fuck y'all talking about, nigga?
Whole time he
straight
just
face.
can't hear us.
Baltimore, nigga, get the fuck y'all talking about. Move on, nigga, move on. Fucking niggas on my screen, nigga.
Oh man.
And I was just sitting here. I'm like, maybe I'm in the waiting room. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yo, that's hilarious.
Oh shit.
That's
All right,
crazy.
we're going to run it back real quick.
Yep. Oh God, that was hilarious. Woo. Yo, what up? Welcome back to another episode of the Poet Up Podcast. It's your boy Mal Chi in the place to be. We coming from the 910 or the 704. What up, Ward?
What's up? Yo, we have Chakra here tonight. And Chakra, I usually start this by telling a story. I think the most appropriate story I can tell is the birth and death of Drunk Jay. So Drunk Jay's birth was Southern Fried in San Antonio. People were buying me drinks. I was buying drinks. I think I had limoncello and beer and Long Island iced teas and some whiskey.
You were doing it up.
I was doing it up. Coco Flow started saying, "Oh, I like Drunk Jay. Drunk Jay, Drunk Jay is a whole vibe." So Coco Flow coined that term, and then I immediately turned to my friend, my teammate Angelo Iambic, and I said, "Angelo, Drunk Jay is better than you in every way."
My God.
So that was the birth of Drunk Jay. And then the death of Drunk Jay was in Fayetteville, Southern Fried. Drunk Jay is only a Southern Fried thing. I got way too drunk. I blacked out. And I know that I was talking trash and I was doing all kinds of stuff, which is the drunk version of me is a happy drunk. And I just want to entertain people and make people laugh. And I feel confident that I probably said something to Chakra and I have no idea what it was, but that was the death of Drunk Jay. But I think the moral of this story, if there is one, is that Drunk Jay is still better than all you niggas. What's up, Blues?
Excellent story. Drunk Jay is better.
Thanks, Jay. Y'all, we're sitting here with one of the most decorated poetry slam poets in history.
Indeed.
You name a slam, he's won it at least twice. He is a curator. He is a TED. He'll drop a TED talk on your ass real quick on IG and on the Facebook. Is that still a thing?
Yeah.
Whew. Yeah.
Either way, they tune in, they listen up. A part of an amazing poetry collective, an amazing poetry slam scene out of Baltimore. If it has the word slam in it, then they are top tier in it for sure. Not only is he a writer, he is a husband and a father, and just a really dope dude. Hoodie's game is unfuckwittable, you better understand that part. Y'all, you gotta put your hands together for the one and only Mr. Black Chakra.
Thank you. That was a very kind introduction. I wish I won as much stuff. No, I've won a lot, but it's not as much as you. Somebody got the national trophy, and it ain't me.
I mean, shit, you got a trophy case. We'll get into that shit later.
Yeah.
Right now on the table we got the one and only Yellowstone.
Toasted
Yellowstone. I feel in comparison to what we have, we got Penelope. What the fuck is Penelope?
Basically, what they do with the toasted barrels is they'll take the whiskey barrels and they'll char the inside of the barrel either lightly, medium, or dark, depending on what kind of taste they're trying to get. That one right there is a good barrel. It tastes like s'mores.
And apparently they didn't want you to fucking open it just correctly. How the hell? We're drinking everything from Yellowstone to something as fancy as called Penelope. You are an expert at this. We just drink the shit. You tell us where it comes from.
Just twist and
Chakra,
pull.
what are you drinking, sir?
Oh, I have with me a shard bottle of water.
I like it.
I'm not a drinker anymore, so I just keep water with me.
Word. No, that's healthy and respectable.
Yep.
Because you don't want to be a drunk Jay.
You don't want to.
Drunk Jay will have you out here. Listen, let me tell you something, motherfucker. I'll beat your ass.
That was around what he said to me. It was so gangster.
What?
And the first time I had ever heard Jay cuss. Yeah, like
Your first experience of Jay Ward was that nigga? God damn.
I was like, "What's up, man?" And he's like, "Fucking dope, you know that." This is the first time I had a conversation with Jay Ward, and I was like, "Wow, that's what's up."
Oh my God.
I am, but people were looking at me like, I think it was Andy.
Like, this one don't count. That nigga don't count.
This ain't the Jay Ward experience.
Oh shit. Chakra, man. I'm so glad to have you on the show. Bro, how does Black Chakra get into writing? Like, what's your origin story?
Well, a meteor of fell. I'm joking. No, I wrote raps when I was younger, and niggas like attacking me because I'm dark skinned and fat. So I started battling. I started attacking it back, and then I started writing more raps, and I got really into hip hop. A lot of bad rap names, terrible rap names.
Ooh, gotta give us one.
One.
Okay, Concrete, because he repped the street.
Oh.
Word. Okay.
Wait. Did you have to say the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
No money heavyweight, because I was fat. String of bad rap. And like, there's I'm a dope rapper, lyrical names. Oh, there's Venom. That's Liver Cow. It was so bad. And then for like years, I was researching, and I was like, I'm dropping all these names and becoming a somebody.
Wait, was this like teenage, like early teens? Okay.
Absolutely. I would never call myself that as a Concrete, because I rep the streets.
That's funny.
I feel like you need to bring that one back.
That needs to come back. That one needs to come back.
I feel like you need to run that one back.
But then I found out spoken word poetry was a thing. I went to a slam my 8th grade year. My brother was in it. My brother does poetry. Well, he did poetry. He's awesome. So he did us all a favor and stuff. And I appreciate him for it every day. And I was listening to that, and I'm like, I can do this better. I can do this better. And then I learned what poetry was, and then I was so far from it. Because you know me, I was just writing raps full of lies. Nothing true in them. Mark for death, snack, holding the tech. What are you talking about? You have no guns. But I didn't know conscious rap was a thing. So I thought, even if you weren't a gangster, you just gotta fake it till you get arrested. So I start gangster rapping, and then I realized you can't do that for too long in Baltimore because niggas will ask, where you sell drugs at?
Oh shit! Right. Yeah. You gonna have to come up with receipts, nigga. Like, hey.
Yeah, they tax niggas around here. You can't just be lying on your phone like that. They take that very seriously in Baltimore. So I knew rap wasn't it. No, I still rap a bit, but like, no, I felt like spoken word allowed me to talk about things that I wanted to talk about like emotions, about like the world around me. And then the poets I was getting into, Gil Scott Heron, Amiri Baraka, they were talking about something that was real to me. I was reading on the Black Panthers and Malcolm X, and that kind of like shaped how my poetry would be. I'm like, this is what I want to stand for people and say. And that's kind of my origin story, from bad rapper to a poet.
I love it. Because, you know, Concrete.
Because he reps
the streets.
Nigga,
Yes,
every
yes,
fucking
yes.
time I see you now, it's it's that nigga Concrete.
What streets? I'm so not hood.
I think that was every teenage boy's rap fantasy. Like niggas was either from a hood they was not from, selling drugs that they had never seen in their lives, shot a gun, didn't know what the caliber was. Nigga, I shot all kinds of guns. Like, really? What guns?
I didn't start shooting guns until I was in my 20s.
Word.
Did you get a chance to listen to the Stephen Willis show? Stephen Willis had some names too. I feel like we just need to run a show of just everybody's before monikers.
I think we need to invite all of these folks to a slam. Well, invite them under the ruse of having a slam, but really we just have a poem that consists only of their old rap names.
No, you invite us, but we have to spit what we wrote when we were that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have
yeah.
to use that name and use that whatever you wrote when you wrote it.
Yeah.
Like, and literally put their faces up there, but concrete heavy in the street. What was Steven shit?
J.S. Bach.
J.S. Bach. Like, people be like, who the fuck is J.S. Bach? Is that
True
nigga?
story. I signed up for a slam under a different name once and got accused of plagiarism.
That ain't you. That's a Black Chakra poem.
That's literally what happened. I signed up under JM the Poet. When people see my name on slam lists, they get really weird. They start doing weird things. Everybody changes up their poems. I didn't want nobody to know I was coming. So I signed up under the name JM the Poet. And this magic trick happens. I put on a skull cap and sunglasses, and people do not recognize me. I cannot explain it.
Nigga hit him with the Clark Kent, bro.
It worked, bro. So I drew 6 out of like 7 poets, and I won. And afterwards, the guy who came in like 6th is like, yeah, man, I had to go to the person for the show. We got to talk. And they like, yeah, for a penny, but they saying you stole those poems. I'm like, even if I did, you ain't nowhere near winning.
It wasn't even close, son.
Right.
Not even close.
Not even close.
So they was like, yeah, man, those are Black Chakra poems. I said, really? Pull up a video of Black Chakra. And then I took off the skull cap.
The big reveal.
Right.
They was like, oh, who is J.M. the Poet? Jacob Mayberry, the poet.
Hit him with an undercover boss. Hit him with the undercover boss. I love that shit. So you get into spoken word. You're still dealing with rap because that's always in you, right? That's the shit that is in you is in you. But you get into spoken word, you get into the poetry stuff. What's your first competition, or do you remember what your first poem was about?
My first love poem. It was called A February Thing.
Was it for a specific person?
Hell yes. Lauren Burkett.
So just so
And
you know,
yeah,
for context, every time we ask that question, that's usually the answer. We'll keep going. So you wrote this love poem.
So
It was called what now?
I wouldn't say it's the first poem I wrote. It's the first poem I could call a poem.
Mm-hmm.
Because, good God, don't call none of those other things poems. Please don't. But yes, the first poem I was ready to call spoken word was called February Thing. And, you know, I'm an Aquarius, born in February, and it was about Lauren Burkett and Shania Mitchell. And I spit the poem, and they thought it was the dopest thing ever. So at my school, what they would do was have poetry readings in the library in the middle of the school day. And a bunch of us would show up and read poems. And I'm like, so why don't we just make this a club and do this every week? And at the time, Rebecca Dupas was a teacher at the school. So I found out that she was a poet. And I was like, hey, poetry club? And she was down. And the rest is movie history.
Shout out to Rebecca. She's doing amazing things too. That's dope, bro. Because So when you, so when they're like, "Hey, that poem is dope," do you leverage that poem for romantical situations?
At the time, yes. What February thing was a February thing. I used it for whoever. I was like, roses, flowers, teddy bear game. Baby, it's a February day. That was so, oh my God.
Oh,
God damn it, on tweet.
not the sound effect. But you know what? You know what's funny though? Chakra, you know what's funny though? That seems to be the style and the way now, right? Very, gosh, I'm trying to be politically correct.
Well, you know what, Blues? We're not politicians on this podcast.
Yeah, we do be messy as fuck. So it seems like that way has been what niggas is using to get ass or get
Oh, yeah.
or get engaged or get. It's not. It doesn't feel real, right? We all come from this place where we wrote shit like you said earlier, where it was actually my story, where the raps weren't just raps about shit I fantasize about, but these poems are very real. And I feel like poetry nowadays is niggas trying to be gangster in this poetry situation, if that makes sense. Like, I'm gonna say all the flowery shit that I really don't mean because I know you'll go crazy for it and I'll end up on somebody's viral reel.
Yet somehow Love Jones came back.
Yeah.
And I thought we were past that, but cycles, I guess. And what I had hoped is when we came back to this point where love poems were super popular, they'd be better written. Some of the love poems that I've seen go viral are not better written than, "Hey, baby, can I be your slave? I must admit, girl, you're the shit, girl, and I'm digging you like a grave. You ain't outright Darius Love Hall." So, like, it's kind of weird to me.
Yeah, it's like they're playing right to the core of what they need to hear. Like, girl, that man did you wrong. Don't know why he's stealing your phone. And then the crowd's like, oh shit. Really? As poets, we are like, that nigga said absolutely fucking zero. Like
Nothing.
nothing. So it is this weird space where we're like you said, recycling back into what Love Jones was, but not as good. Not as
Nowhere
good.
near as good. But also, they play to the cliches. But the audience don't know their cliches because they're not poetry aficionados. We know the poetry. So we know that somebody said that 16 years ago. That somebody read a sapiosexual poem. They be the first person, I want to love you for your mind.
Yeah.
I want to get in your jeans, then your choice. I think yes, we've heard this poem 100 times, but they don't know because they don't study the craft, and the audience is ignorant to it. So these things that are tropes in our community have come back to look original to people, and it turns out that's what they want.
Yes, and that's I think that's such like the hard part for us, the frustration, because it is, and this is no diss to this man. It is very Tyler Perry. Like, I'm going to give you the straight up cornbread, mac and cheese, collard green show without any real substance other than this is the shit you want to hear. But to his credit, he's writing for the common person who just experiences all of that shit. And that's what they want. So it's hard for us who put a lot of work into the craft, who put a lot of work into making sure words sound different, making sure the imagery looks fucking amazing, for someone to come along and be like, you know what though? That man broke up with you a week ago. I'm here to set you free. And then eat that shit up. You're in the back like, the fuck?
Right. Old poems sound like the opening of a Kim song. How did you find your way back?
I was just thinking about Kim the other day. So have you seen I guess the running thing is, if you're over 40, you should be dressing like Kim. I saw that shit. I was like, so you mean to tell me I'm supposed to go to the fucking grocery store dressed like Kim? I'm supposed to wash my car dressed like Kim?
Yeah.
I cannot stand Kim music. Like, and it is good music. It's just not me. I was like, you want me to put on fucking sandals and linen to
Girl, baby.
You were on my mind.
Oh my God. That's what you want me to fucking do. That's so crazy.
No, that's how they think we're supposed to dress as poets anyway. I remember blazer, t-shirt. You know that hat.
Yo,
You know
let me
that
tell
hat.
gosh.
Let me tell you something. If I see concrete rep in the street dressed ready for a fucking Frankie Beverly and Maze concert, nigga, I'm roasting the shit out of you. Just know it's all love though, but you gonna get
No, I deserve it. The fuck? I was at a slam like 2.5 years ago, and this shorty showed up, leather jacket, sunglasses, beret, checkered skirt. I said, I know you not showing up dressed like what they think we dress like.
A beret? Wait, a
Had
beret?
a beret.
Where did you
Nah.
find the beret, baby?
Where did you find the beret?
There's only one acceptable beret if you're gonna wear one.
Raspberry.
The raspberry. That's the only acceptable
Raspberry.
one.
It wasn't. It was dark blue.
Dark blue.
You couldn't find a black.
It wasn't even black.
She had a blue beret
yes,
on with a
yes.
black leather coat.
Your poems sound exactly how you think they sound.
Oh God.
Like Shorty from an extremely goofy movie.
Wow.
Your sunsets are forgotten. I was sitting here like that. Oh my God. I thought somebody was doing a joke. If it was a parody, she's amazing. She's incredible. But it was a slam, so I don't think it was a parody.
So you do the February thing. It's your sort of first love poem. Where do you get serious about competition? Do you remember the first competition you got in? You were like, yo, this shit is real to me.
So I had no idea. Rebecca does. So my mentor never talked to me about slam. I never knew what it was.
And who's your mentor at the time?
Rebecca Dupas, my first poetry mentor.
Gotcha.
So when I went to a slam, which was Word War, it was the first one ever done in Baltimore, $700 slam. It was all types of poets in there. I had seen Saints in an open mic before and been a fan. But I had seen him in the competitive field now, and I was blown away. Ainsley Burroughs was in that slam. Red Sights.
Oh shit, that's a name. Hold on. Sorry. If y'all don't know Ainsley Burroughs, now's the time to go look that shit up because that motherfucker is incredible. Keep going, my
He
man.
was who everybody had written.
Mm-hmm.
He was who Sight was the upset. It was crazy. Alicia Wise, back to she was by Miss Wise at the time. It was a slam. And me and our friend Christy Logan, we signed up, even though we had no money. They didn't pay to get it. So they let us sat. We were terrible. Well, I was terrible. Christy was great. And it was amazing. I was blown away. And I knew, this is how I would like to exist in poetry. Because it felt real. The thing about slam is no one is forcing the cheers. As a matter of fact, they don't want to. When I saw a man get 5 zeros, I knew this is how the music I wanted. I've been consistently looking for metric systems to prove who's the best, right? And fighting, it's boxing. You're like, I'm the best fighter, go to UFC. Go to boxing. I'm the best wrestler. There's mat wrestling. There's Olympics. There's WWE. There's ways to prove it. In poetry, slam is the way we prove it. So when I saw slam, I was obsessed. And it was a journey. I remember the first time I competed in an adult slam. Because what happened was I went to college and started doing college slam. Big difference. You ever go to a slam and they have no idea what slam is, so they're kind of making it up as they go? I was winning a lot of those. I won hundreds of those. There was one slam. Okay, I can't believe I'm about to confess this on camera. So, it was a slam for teenagers. And I was 19 when I first started doing it. But
You got an early birthday.
Keep going, Black. Keep going.
So what would happen was they had prize, like gift prize and stuff like that, but they realized I would be comfortable with just the gift card and some snacks, and they never had to pay nobody else because I kept winning. So they knew I was older than 19 and kept calling me back for this slam. And I just kept coming up until like 22, beating the hell out of them teenagers.
For them down the cheat code.
Wait, what was
That was one slam I competed. It's so embarrassing, but I was doing that. I had to get that right.
y'all remember the kid that was in Little League baseball? It was probably like 15 years ago, but like they tried to say he was like 11, but this nigga was like 16.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. That was Black Chakra in that slam.
Yeah, Black Chakra
Absolutely.
is the Dominican kid in the
16-year-old
little
girl.
girl.
Got their notepads. And someday,
Oh my God.
Angela, me, I'm up that rapidy rap concrete. It was so bad.
It was overkill. You knew that shit was overkill.
And they kept inviting me. I said, "Oh, listen, they don't want to give me out. They want to keep giving me this $25 gift card and the snacks that they buy for this event, and that's what I would take." So that was one. And then my college went against another college, but everyone here is familiar with slam, so I won't mansplain. So I'm going to tell you the rules of this slam. Only 2 teams showed up.
Uh-huh.
Each member of each team had to do one indie a round,
Right.
and it was 4 rounds.
Oh.
So every round, 8 poems.
Oh shit. Okay, that's a lot of poems.
It's a lot of poems,
That's a lot of poems.
and we beat them every round. It was brutal. So
What school were you going to at the time?
oh man, I went to a very prestigious college called CCBC Catonsville. It was a community college, Baltimore County.
I ain't
So-
laughing at community college. That shit counts.
No,
nigga.
Right.
Yeah.
Out of here, yeah, it is.
I got my audio engineering certificate from CPCC here.
One of the largest community colleges in the state of North Carolina.
Yeah.
Facts, man. I learned poetry from ICDC College. I'm kidding. So, wouldn't that be crazy? So then we won the college slam. Then I won a talent show with the poems. So I was like, I'm ready for adult slam. I got brutalized. And in Word War, they always have like poet judges and celebrity judges, and they get to tell you about your poem. So I did my poem, and they shit on it. And the most vicious was AC, he was one of the judges. He said, I think as a poet, you suck. And as a rapper, you suck.
Wow.
Whoa.
Talam AC? Damn, that's gotta hurt, cuz.
I mean, I wasn't familiar that he was the GOAT at the time, so it didn't hurt me the way it could have hurt another poet.
Right.
But also, you can't hurt my rap ego. But I've always been the type of person, I'm really good at accepting criticism from people who are better than me.
There you go. There you
So
go.
when he said my poetry sucked, I didn't agree, but I didn't disagree either. And I felt like that was the problem. I was like, you know what? I don't have much of an argument for you, so maybe I could improve. Me and him are as cool as hell. We've talked about it several times. That's one of the greatest moments of my life. I'm so happy he said that to me because I would have never been who I am today.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that that moment happened because I learned early in my spoken word slam journey that I'm not going to break. I'm not going to disappear because you tell me you don't like me. I'm not going nowhere. I will go get better. And I need that.
So my journey was slightly similar. My first slam, I walked in cocky as fuck. Like, I'm finna beat all y'all asses. I've heard what this is. Da, 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 da. I went in there, was out the first round, right? But my competitiveness was like, okay, that didn't work. But what will work is I get better, sharpen my shit up, because I will never let this happen to me again, right? And I think people who, and we've talked about this before, people who played sports, people who've done competitive things outside of poetry have sort of this, I don't want to call it edge, but definitely a dog in them. Like, there's some shit that you can't tell me I can't do.
Yeah.
The minute you say I can't do it, I'm finna fuck shit up. Like, I'll prove to you that I can, right?
So, you and Chakra drop some gems there. If I can be Jay Ward for a moment.
Oh shit, get your J
All
Ward
right.
on.
So one, if I can recall correctly, Chakra said he was accepting of criticism, right? So the gem there is you're not too good to be not criticized. Criticized isn't the word that I want to use. It's another word that I can't think of because this Penelope's kicking in. But two, the second one was he knew he wasn't going to quit just because you didn't like his shit.
Right.
And in my opinion, right now, a lot of people are in not just spoken word, but just in like different creative endeavors to be liked, and not because they not because you have to do it. Like,
I respect everybody's reason for coming to the art. For some people, this is art of catharsis. This is emotional release. For some people, this is we're the weird anime characters who made it our lives mission to be best at it, right? We're the ash catchers. Why is this our goal? Because for some of us, being known as good at something means we would like to prove it, and slam is the way we proved it. And I can appreciate that. But I think it is delusional to not listen to the opinions of the people who are at least your betters. I'm not saying you got to listen to everybody's opinion, but if you don't listen to a Talam Hasty as a new coming poet, I don't know.
what are you doing? Yeah.
Right? Who do you listen to?
Right.
Lamar Hill gave me advice that night. After the slam, he told me the quickest way to get between 2 points of travel is a straight line. He's like, your poem was everywhere. Talked about so many things. There was good lines in there, but I felt like he never made a point. And I'm glad he told me that.
Yeah. Shout out to mentorship,
And
though. Go ahead.
Absolutely. I think there's a cognitive dissonance that exists in poets where it's like, I don't want to hear it. I'm already solid in what I do. But you're mad that you lost.
Yeah.
You're mad that you lost.
Yeah.
A true conversation I just had really, in July, a professor called me. He's a professor of spoken word. In his class, he teaches how spoken word is a continuation of Black oratory traditions. He saw one of my Instagram TED Talks, my slam theory videos, and he was like, that's the first thing I saw when I came back on Instagram, and I want to have a conversation with you about what you talked about. So we talked for a second. He's like, thank you for calling me. So we get to the conversation. I said, what do you think about slam? He did not have anything positive. He said, I think it's a bastardization of the art form. I think it's a waste of time. I think it's trauma porn. You know, some of the things I've heard said consistently about slam. What I asked him was, are you a competitor yourself? His answer was no. He said, but he knows people who compete at slams, and they say you got to be super traumatic to win. Only the bums win and stuff like that. You can't be Black and all that stuff. So once he says this, the next thing I say is, well, if I can be frank, sound like you know some fucking bums.
Yeah. You know, hella losers, cuz.
Right. I said, let's break down what you said. Oh, people with traumatic poems win. You mean people who stood in front of 5 strangers and shared a vulnerable story were able to cut through you just rhyming? Yeah, that makes sense to me. Why is that illogical to you? They shared a human experience because they don't know these people. So the only way to get you to relate to me is by telling you a human experience. The other thing is, your friends are mad because they feel like you're better writers than the person who won. And you know what? They might be. But you're not better at choosing poems.
Yeah.
That part.
You're not a better tactician. And if you are a better writer, the thing you got to accept, why didn't you have a better poem? Why didn't you have the right poem to pull out? So these are things that slam forces you to face. That's why a lot of people with cognitive dissonance hate slam, because it exposes things about your writing. It does. There's this white poet, she wrote a whole book about her time in slam, and she has a lot of like prejudice things to say about Black poets. It's like, oh, they use their drama to win. You suck. You wasn't beating white poets. It wasn't like you was the champion of Portland and then you came to Southern Fried and got your ass whooped. You're just bad at spoken word. You couldn't get people to relate to you. So I love the way that slam forces people to face some of the harshest critiques. And that for me is how I exist in this art form. That's how I get better. It's a necessity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also look at slam as the game that it is. Like at the end of the day, the shit is a game. And if you're terrible at playing games, you're going to be terrible at slam.
Yeah.
Competitiveness, I think, is the word that we should have used before. Like when you have previously, like, okay, two things. One, either you're a competitive person or you're not, right?
True.
Two, if you played organized sports, either at a young age or like through school, like you have some type of competitiveness, but you also understand that shit, I'm not always going to be, there's somebody that's bigger, faster, stronger.
Right.
There's somebody that writes better, performs better, picks better poems in a slam. Like
They practice more.
Like you just understand those things so you don't take it.
If Jay Ward and me are in the slam, Jay Ward brought 3 poems memorized. I brought 3 poems memorized. Jay Ward wins. Whose fault is that? Mine. I had the same tools he did. He utilized his better. How can I be mad at Jay Ward? That would be insane. I had the same tools. He got poems people like. I got poems people like. He got poems that score high. I got poems that score high. He called his in the right order. I called mine in the wrong order. Why would I be mad at the man? It's a simplicity to it that I don't think certain people understand. The other thing is, you completely, the slams I've lost, oh, I promise you, somewhere in the middle of my poem, like, you are losing this. This performance is awful. You are not giving it. You did not practice. This is the wrong poem. This is the wrong thing. You can feel it.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to say. Yeah. At some point, you know when you fucked up, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know when you fucked up. And at the end of the day, it's still like 5 random people who are just going to like another nigga better. And sometimes you just got to eat that. You be like, you know what? I did everything I was supposed to do. And they just liked him better. Yeah. And it doesn't mean that I stink. It just means tonight it was Jay Ward's night. Yeah. Tonight it was Jamal's night. And I've been in many of those slams like, I know I fucking killed it. I know I did everything I could. But you know what? The poems I had weren't enough or weren't the ones they wanted to hear. And, but that also informed me, you're like, you know what? Time to expand the old catalog. Time to like expand what we doing. Time to really grow what we have. So not to get too far into that, let me ask you this. What has been the most memorable slam? Like what slam that have you won that has felt the most important, or the one that says, I needed this win?
Wait, before you answer that, Jordan Bailey would like to chime in on the last topic.
Ooh.
Oh, I was just going to say sometimes the judges forget that they decide the winner. Because you ever had a judge come up to you and be like, I can't believe you won. Or I can't believe you didn't win. That's so crazy.
I've had that happen twice. I'm like, motherfucker, you know you had the scorecard, right?
You was like, oh my God, I can't believe you didn't make it to the last round. You gave me a 6.
When judges do that to me, I come out of myself. I'd be like,
yeah. Exactly.
Does it?
For me, the most memorable, most important is Blackberry Peach. It's the first time I ever did it, but specifically because the winner is a U.S. rep. Rudy gave whips to Noir Gente, and Noir Gente was just like, I already have a slam. I'm just going to make that the rep slam. And I've competed to be U.S. rep years. So finally getting that, like, I missed a lot. I missed birthdays. I went through multiple relationships. One day, my sister was jogging up the street in Baltimore. I waved at her. She waved me off. She has no idea who I am. She doesn't even recognize me. And I missed her wedding. I have not met her child. Her child is 3 years old. I have not met her child. 4. I have not met her husband. And I missed all these things. I gave up a lot to be Black Chakra. So going to Africa and competing for this title, I'm not gonna lie. After I won that speech, I cried. I cried because I was like, finally, you can justify all the things you gave, all the relationships you threw away, all the friendships, all the other career choices. I can justify it now, and that felt really good. That felt really good.
I feel like that's something that's not talked about a lot too, like the price of being good, or the price of like being beyond good.
Nigga.
Like what you have to do. Like people that aren't putting work in, like they're putting like the regular amount of work in, and they're going to slams, and then they're looking at a Black Chakra, or they're looking at a Blues, you know, they're looking at a Rudy or a Steve Willis, and they just see the success and what you have to sacrifice in order to absorb, observe, translate, write, perform, retranslate into the body so that you can perform it properly, and then get your mental and your strategy prepared. Like all of that stuff, there's a price, and that price is time, and sometimes that price is relationships, and that time is sacrifice, or that price is sacrifice.
Sometimes that price is a burned down house.
Yep. You know where I was at when that house caught on fire?
Where?
I was at a slam.
Yeah.
I was at a slam in my house.
Damn.
And people love this idea of when we share our trauma. Like, I'm not a big fan of trauma poems, like in a slam. I don't feel like people should share that hurt in order to gain a score, to win a game, right? But I get why you're doing it. Play the game how you need to play it. But to know that while you were doing the thing that you loved, the thing that held you close, the thing that was your safe space, was burning to the ground. And then you get to the best way you deal with that is to write a poem about it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even necessary to write a poem about it to win a slam. It's just so you could fucking feel not hurt, feel not unsafe, right? And it just happens to translate beautifully into a slam. But for those who get it, see, like, yeah, that motherfucker, like, I don't care if I never win another slam again. I don't ever want to have to write a poem about my house burning down or me having to bury a child. If you were telling me like you could win all the slams in the world and you could be the greatest poet ever, if you went through these two things, I'm like, fuck that, nigga. Data entry for the rest of my life. I will never fucking write another word again if that's the sacrifice, right? And so, Chakra, you sacrificed a lot to come through to be who you are. And yeah, that particular part is tough. Like whenever I hear that poem, I don't hear the poem. I see a black boy standing in front of his home on fire. Like, what the fuck was that about? Can you delve into that a little bit without having to go too much into what the pain was?
I've never experienced anything like it. I'm a collector. I have hundreds of hoodies, DVDs, collections, shoes. I love collecting things, which is to say I'm a material person. It's a hell of a thing to see all these things you spent years collecting on flames. Them sweeping up your Jordans, television gone, PlayStation gone, shoes gone, 400 DVDs out of the 900 gone. It was a moment like I can explain. I didn't talk for like 4 hours after it happened. I didn't know how to function. I didn't know what I was going to do. Luckily, my family is a very loving family, and I moved back in with them. But I had a girlfriend at the time, and I got living on my own, and living a life, and it's just like I felt like a failure. It was brutal. And then I got to go to work at a job that I wasn't making money at the time. So I'm making shit money. I have no home. My girlfriend's like, you should just move with me now. You have no reason to stay in Baltimore. And I just decided to write a poem. I decided to write the poem. Because fuck it, I got something out of this. I need power. Poems give me power. And I said, I want my power back. And writing Spit Fire was how I took my power back. And I'm glad it's been successful in competition, but I'm more proud of the people who message me and tell me what that poem means to them. I'm more happy for the people it's giving comfort to and the people who love it. Because that's what, for me, that's what art is for. If I can meet some of my favorite artists, I would just tell them, do you know what that song means to me? Do you know what this did for me? This book changed my life. So for me, the fact that you have art, or that I can have art that changes people emotionally, that's the only great thing that came out of my house fire. That, and my mother held me. She held me and she whispered in my ear. She said, we can lose a couple things. We didn't lose you.
Yeah.
And that to me, so powerful, so powerful.
And I'm gonna let other cats ask a question, but so we're talking about the fire. You're talking about I'm a sneakerhead. What pair of shoes hurt you the most, bro? Damn.
I had this pair of that I must have paid 180.
Oh my god.
And this is 180, 84 pair of shoes now.
Yeah.
Now you don't have a choice.
But you talk about 180 for a nigga who did not spend money on shoes.
Right.
My first pairs of Jordans, I didn't get till I was 23, and my friend Elliot gave them to me. Because my father he's not spending over $100 on shoes.
Yeah.
I can relate.
Yeah.
For
No.
sure. Can relate.
We get it.
So watching those just go up in flames, and this pair of bronze, the first pair of shoes I paid for.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you all that was left was the heel.
Damn.
But for me, the awards that I had on my wall, the trophies that I lost, I can never get that back. That was hurtful.
Well, shout out to LeBron if he's listening, man. Send that boy some shoes.
Yeah.
Some shoes.
Yeah.
Manifest that. Now listen, if this motherfucker send you some shoes,
Yo,
tell him you need a 13.
Right.
What you got? What size?
14.
14
and an 11.
and an 11. Send them all the sizes.
I just want to say, I was thinking about this on the way here. I think that you are one of the most, if not the most, accessible champions that we've had in a while. And when I say accessible, I'm not talking about approachable. I'm saying accessible. I mean, I'm not saying you're not approachable. I'm saying it's two different things.
Like, don't fuck with
I'm
that
saying
nigga don't fuck with nobody.
I'm saying it's two different things. I'm saying I don't know that we've had a champion as decorated as you, who, like you said, will do TED Talk spur of the moment. Like, if you follow Black Chakra on IG and Facebook, every once in a while you're just gonna get a live pop up, and it's gonna be like, all right, here's the secret to slam. All right. Here's how you, if you want to memorize this poem in a day, I'm gonna tell you how to do this. I'm gonna do a live of myself on the rooftop memorizing 4 poems in front of y'all, right? Like, I'm gonna do all this stuff to demystify the process for you. This is how I am where I am, but also here are the tools so that you can get where you want to go if you're serious about this thing.
What do I gain keeping all that stuff to myself?
Yeah.
During quarantine, I had to face a lot of scary truths. I had to live with the grief of my friend's death. I couldn't get on stage and run from it. I had to realize I'm not as introverted as I thought I was. I'm actually an introvert. It's like, oh no, you still need people. I learned that a lot of people place the value of their art form on how much they compete, how much they're seen. I'm a poet. If all slams stop tomorrow, I'll still be a poet. I'm still gonna write poems. I'm still gonna perform them. For some people, slam is their attachment to this, and I respect that. But for me, I was doing poetry before I knew what slam was. I will be doing poetry long after slam is done.
Yeah.
So for me, when I get on lives and do this, and all the other thing I've learned, and this is scary, we ain't got a lot of OG. Certain cities got the state. It's like, oh yeah, North Carolina, they learned from blues, and that factored down to a Jay Ward, which is now factoring through Jordan Bailey. And Jordan Bailey is doing a lot to mentor both the Premium Voices team and the adult teams. In California, it went from Sean to Rudy, and now even Javon Johnson in Vegas is mentoring many poets in Vegas, helping out their scene, especially when it comes to slam. But there are a lot of places where they can't tell you anything, none of it. If you knew how many poets, what is slam? How do you do it? Nobody taught me this. Nobody in my town does it. We have no goats. We have no champions. Nobody can teach us. I had a brother hit me up. I'm not going to say where, but he hit me up. He said, what's the difference between a slam master and a coach? I said, sometimes they're the same person. But a slam master is expected to do A through Z, and a coach is expected to do A through Z. He said, well, I want to be the coach. We ain't got a slam master. Somebody got to do the paperwork.
Yeah. Someone got to do all that admin, bro.
Yeah.
Somebody got to do the admin. Somebody got to tell us how much we got to pay for membership. Make sure we register. All that stuff is important. And sometimes, like I said, they could be the same person, but both roles are important. They don't know that. Some people, when they came to writing a group, they had no idea how to even start it. Some people are doing like the 1990s. Y'all know, you got an indie, I'm going to say some lines with you. That's how they doing their groupies. I'm like, nah, you can write into it. It's a lot of people don't have the knowledge that I feel like I was freely given. Lamar Hill freely gave it to me. They gave me game for free. Langston Hughes gave me the game free. So I give the game away for free. Now, don't get me wrong. Private sessions with Black Chakra, I charge $80 a coaching session. And yes, I can make you a champion. But
hold up, let's not gloss over that.
Yeah, not at all. Not
$80
at all.
a session. Hit up Black Chakra, champion, goat. Like, do it. Like, if this is something that you're passionate about, something that you want to do it.
Do it.
I mean, because if we're gonna talk about the business, man, I'm a businessman. Like, I think that's one thing that, shout out to Taylor Molly, right? Taylor Molly years ago put out a book on slam, like how to really function through it, navigate it, and win. So it's no different when you have a decorated champion who says, yo, I can get you where you need to go, right? I can get you where you need to go, but you still got to have the talent to win the whole thing, right? So I can show you all the doors, every door that you can open, every strategy you can use. But if your poems just suck, then cuz I can't help you with that.
Right.
I can coach you up, but you just got to write better. But I think in this business of slam, in this business of touring poets, in this business of what we do as an artistry, that is something that we really need to highlight and respect. Because $80 is nothing, right? Because shout out to AAU teams where these parents are paying thousands of dollars. And I forget the basketball player who said it. He said, if you are paying to be in an AAU team, your child is not good. Your child is not good.
Basically.
Because if they're good, the team will pay for them to be there, right?
Yep.
So not saying that you're not good, but we're saying Chakra is worth the $80. Chakra is giving you a deal at $80. Let's say that first. He's giving you the deal at $80 to get better. Will you win a championship? He says he can get you there, but the rest will have to be on you. But guaranteed, you will be fucking better than you were beforehand. Right? Guaranteed you will be better after you're done. And I think that is the thing that people need to start investing in. If we're saying, stop asking us, and if this comes out fucked up, I'm sorry. Stop asking poets and people who have been to NACA and APCA and all the things, how do I get on? Because we'll tell you all the things, but the thing that we need to seriously say to you is you have to be good as a poet. Like, first and foremost. So I would say go to a Black Chakra and get some guidance on to be a better poet. Then try all the other shit. Like, don't show up at an NBA tryout talking about I can do layups well. Nigga, what? What?
I mean, Master P did get a 10-day contract with the Hornets.
He did, but Master P also played ball a little bit. He had some fucking training, right?
Good.
Yeah, he wasn't terrible. Chakra, you have a definitive style that is echoed from your hip hop days. You've managed to elevate that and be very hybrid in what you do and how you do it. And those who want your success, not the hard work, they just want the success, begin to mimic what it is that you do, right? So I think when we start talking about stylistically, we're all still very definitive in our voice because that's what poetry teaches us.
Right.
Our very, very human, very, very unique thing is our voice and how we say a thing. Whether it garners us success or not, we want the success because that success says, oh, my voice is the most important thing. But for those who are truly into getting their story out, they don't like, okay, well, fuck it. My style is not for everybody. Slam has taught me that. My slam has taught me that my funny shit doesn't always work. In a room where I think it's going to work. Not today, nigga. But yes, it still says stay true to who you are and how you say it. And stay true to how you are and how you perform it. And that's the thing I like about you, Chakra. Like, you have a certain style that is rap heavy, but yet poetically inclined, poetically nuanced that no one else can capture. It's unique and it's definitive. So when you hear it somewhere else, you be like, unless you can show me proof you was doing it in 92,
Right.
I know where you got that shit from, right? Yeah. And I think that's what I love about spoken word and the thing that we do, because everybody's voice is so fucking definitive, yo. As many poets as we have, fucking Slamageddon, Slangston doesn't sound like Chakra, doesn't sound like Lady Breon, doesn't sound like, but y'all motherfuckers have, I don't even know the word. It's relative. It's relative, but it is not the same.
Yeah.
We're all brothers up here, but we are not the same people. Yeah. Right? We come from a discipline, we come from a background that is so fucking cut from steel on steel or whatever, how that saying goes. But yeah, man, that's when we start talking about style. That is the thing that is so important to poetry, is the style, which I think if we go back to where we're talking about the Love Jones days, we're losing style. We're losing what it is to be different in the room.
Yeah.
And I don't want to name names because eventually we'll have to cross a bridge with some of these people, so I won't burn it now. But I will say there's certain platforms that will
burn it later.
There are certain platforms that will employ, that will only put on poets who say the same exact thing. Which is Jordan, do you wanna throw a torch on that bridge?
Oh yeah, I ain't got shit to lose.
Okay.
Well, I'll say enough because there was another great Baltimore poet who said it very eloquently on their Instagram about certain plantations and how certain plantations promote and treat certain artists. The algorithm runs everything in the art world these days. And I also understand, like, at a certain point, artists got to be capitalists if they want to get the funding to provide for artists.
Gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
But if you care about the art, you can't tank the product. And niggas is tanking the product badly.
It's stepped on.
It's stepped on. And it's stepped on badly. My Instagram is Jordan with the poems. If you think I'm talking about you, I am. Say something. Let's have a conversation.
I forgot to tell you that, Chakra. Here at Poetry, here at Poet Up, man, we give zero fucks. Like we are the 1990s Detroit Pistons. We will fight you. We will fight you on the court.
Them niggas was gang warfare.
Yo,
Basketball. Imitation is natural. People imitate what they think is good. Problem is imitation is supposed to lead you to originality. You take what you can from your influences and then you create your own. People stop creating their own. People got so comfortable in Rudy Francisco's style, they don't have their own. People got so comfortable in Talam AC style, they don't have their own. So because of that, I knew I had to make my own path. It's scary because, of course, if you hear a Portia, oh, clearly that's how you should sound. If you hear a Rudy, that's how you should sound. You hear an Ed, that's how you should sound. Right? I should sound like something like this. And your style ain't going to win immediately unless you're blessed. I wasn't blessed. But I perfected my style, and it became a weapon. My favorite place to go to slam is like fifth. Go ahead. Hear about 4 or 5 other poets. Get an idea of what spoken word sounds like, and now hear me.
Right.
And it does me good every time. I had a judge come up to me. Oh my God. After Texas Grand Slam. So Texas Grand Slam was held at Texas A&M Football College. The stadium there is bigger than the Raiders stadium. And he's an English major. He said, my English teacher told me, hey, look, it's a poetry event. It might be spoken word, but I believe you can learn from all writing. You should go. He told me this. So he got a scoreboard, ended up being a judge. They explained to him what slam was. The first person did a good poem, but I don't think they had the right energy for that audience. So they got like a 27. The second person had no energy. So they had like a 26-2. The third person, she got a time penalty, ended up getting a 24.3. I go up 30. And what the judge said to me, those people seemed like they were spitting poems. You seemed like you were trying to win a competition. Because I approach it with performance and an energy and a style that is like, this is meant to get you, grasp you, and keep you. And that was hard to do because everywhere I was going, I was affirming this. Even in my own city, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I started joining National Slam, some of my OGs were like, oh man, they don't want to hear wordplay. That ain't gonna work in slam. Not now, because it was very much the button era. But I've always known the internet don't decide the sound, the poet does. We are the influence, not the time. We can change what the sound is if we decide to. And a lot of people were acquiescing to that Midwestern button sound. And I thought that was the winning sound for a time too, until I went to National, right? When I was home in 2014, watching all this stuff on YouTube, watching so many poets we know, I was like, I'm gonna burn this shit down. I was like, yeah, Rudy nice, Crystal Valentine nice, Portia nice, McPherson cool. I'm gonna kill you niggas. Everybody else, I didn't know what the hell a breeze was.
yeah.
I didn't know that there's an Ed Mabry out there. I'm like, wait, there's some guy you're saying can output style all of us? I come from rap. What you mean output style? In a slant? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, those are the highlights. Y'all not always posting. Y'all posting the people y'all like. And winning and being liked, two different things. So once I learned that lesson, I started wielding my style. I got proud of it. What am I trying to rhyme for? It's a weapon. Why am I trying not to double entendre? If you can't do it, why should I? And it's gonna make me stand out. Oh man, originality is probably the best you got. But people are afraid of it because it takes work.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think that was the one thing that worked for Slam Charlotte early on. when teams from the South weren't supposed to do what they were doing. We watched all the DVDs, we watched all the things, and we're like, you know what though? We finna beat y'all ass because we don't necessarily do that. And what you expect from a Southern team is to probably for us to maybe talk like this a little bit and do a lot of Southern shit. And we weren't talking like that. We were talking very humanistic shit. We were writing for the 14-year-old girl 14-year-old white girl in Idaho. That's we were aiming at her. So when we come in and our message isn't preaching to the black choir, but preaching to the human choir, we were fucking shit up because we were also looking at concepts different too. So I hear you when you say like, yeah, I hear all of that. That's great. But I know my voice is definitive and different, which is what I love about poems from the Southeast and poets from where we are. Because there's this well, it's probably gone now, but back then there was this expectancy of what we were supposed to do and what we were allowed to do and the capability of our writing. Then they found out, oh, these niggas is a problem. A problem because you would dismiss us a lot, right? There was this tendency to dismiss us. But also we watched the game because we play the game well, bro. We play the game well. We realize and this is for anybody out there, if you enter slam, make sure you enter it knowing it is a game.
Message.
Play the game. Your poems are beautiful. Your message is beautiful. But slam is a fucking game. And if you don't play the game well, you will lose. Yep. I don't care if your poem is about Jesus and the exact time he comes back and how he'll save the world. If you don't play the game well, Jesus fails. But so we played the game well, right? And Southern Fried taught us that, right? Southern Fried gave us the empowerment to say, oh, you know what? We are the strongest poets and poems and teams from the country. And a lot of people have dismissed us. So we had that chip on our shoulder, right? We walked in with that chip on our shoulder saying, we're going to prove to everyone that we're the best. And I think there was the run. There was Team Snow. There was Slam Charlotte. There was Slamageddon. There was Virginia teams. There was DC. There was this era of what the fuck are they doing down there? Because we were all in this family in Southern Fried getting our shit together, cutting our teeth, sharpening our shit, saying, all right, we knew whoever was on the final four of that Southern Fried stage was either going to Nationals finals or winning the whole shit. That was the thing that you could bet on. That was the thing that you could bet on, bro.
We started Southern Fried. Like, we can do well here. We can do this and that. Our first Nationals, we didn't go to Southern Fried first. We just went to Nationals, and it was a culture shock. It was Southern Fried felt like home, felt like love. Then you get into slam. I didn't know that Charlotte had a dynasty. I didn't know. Those ignorant people, I'm like, oh, Southern poets? I've never heard Southern poets. Then you hear them, and you're like, oh, they sound like this. That's not what I thought. I thought I was going to get Jed Clampett.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers is writing concepts that I've never seen before. Southern Fried became powerful with becoming a better poet. But also, what I liked about Southern Fried is it was a powerful tool in getting to know the community. I felt so loved. I really did feel like a family reunion. A drunk light-skinned man named Jay Ward just pulled me close. And I just felt the camaraderie.
Oh God.
Yo, I'm gonna make a statement. But interestingly, I would normally ask a question to you about this, Chakra, but I think I'm gonna ask this question to Blues, and just see how messy we get. One, in my mind, so Baltimore has had some all-time great teams. Baltimore as a team is just a GOAT team.
Yeah.
In my mind, the GOAT team of Baltimore is still Chakra, Kenneth, Slangston, Mecca. I think it was women. And Breon, yeah. that 5, I think, was the top for me. Even like every team has been dope. In my mind, when I think of Baltimore Slamageddon, I think that 5. Blues, which year of the 3-time national championship winning? Maybe it's not even a championship winning team. Top to bottom, which team had the best 5?
Ow. From Slamageddon?
No. From Slam
Charlotte?
Charlotte.
Oh my God. Wow. Because 2 of these niggas is in the room.
But that's okay though. I'm okay if I'm okay if it's not us.
I'm not. I'm not.
Yeah, I wasn't worried about you. It was that YN right over there. That nigga will come across this camera and fuck shit up.
Yeah, tread lightly.
I will say it is a tie between the 2018 team because y'all put in hella work, right? Y'all put in some monstrous work. And I will say it's the first squad that won. So it's me, Mike Sims, Carlos Robeson, and I want to say Swan.
I think that, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Swan or Maze.
Swan is either Swan or Maze, but that's the first time we win nationals. We beat New Eurekan. We did some shit that was not supposed to happen. Y'all niggas did some shit that was supposed to happen. That was highly likely. Like the percentage was high. Our shit was like 10% of chances of winning. We're up against a fucking Mo Brown and a New Eurekan squad. We're up against squads who have won for years, who come from prominent slam cities. So we're doing the impossible. That first squad was probably I would say the squad, right? Just because it set a precedent of what we could do. What the possibility was.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just for us. When we left Southern Fried that year, I don't know if we won that year or came in second. We were on final stage before we went to nationals. What I remember saying was, when we go to nationals, we're bringing the chip home. That's what I remember saying. Like, we're going to win this shit. Because I saw the competition of everyone there. And I said, all right, we had to fight to get this. And these people are good. And it's not that I never believed in nationals. I love nationals. Nationals was great. There are some amazing people there. But I knew once we figured out what the system was to really fucking win, how we really locked in, whenever we got to nationals, it was going to be a problem. It was going to be a wrap. And I've always said, if we make it to final stage, fuck it, it's over. We're going to win. So when we got to final stage, I'm like, this is it. When we got into that third poem, and I'll never forget, Sheba was like, what should I do? And I told her what poem to do, right? And then she was like, but I want to do something else. I was like, it's your birthday. It was her birthday. I was like, it's your birthday. Do what you want, right? So she walked out. I was like, because we're on finals. How often we get here? Rock out. She did what she did. Poem didn't quite work out. But we did a poem after that, which did work out. And we fucking won. Y'all, it was crazy. Because it's that moment, when the scores come up, you won, right? Like,
oh yeah.
Shit.
It's
and
like,
me and Kira looked at each other and was like, did we just fucking win? I was like, we just won. We just won the National Poetry Slam, the thing that we had fought and worked so hard for. So it is that moment with that particular squad where we get to do a thing that is deemed impossible, where folks said we could never do. A team from the South could never do. And then the wild thing was when we went back and did it back to back, because they said the first one was a fluke. We was like, all right, bitch, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to Madison, fucking Wisconsin, the Midwest, y'all's home ground, home team, whatever, and come through and rain fucking fire on that shit. And ran it back and did a back-to-back thing. So for me, it is that first squad. The second squad was also very amazing because it's a bunch of poets who have always been told, this is the style you have to do. These are the poems you have to do. This is what you have to do to be successful. And it was Concrete Generation. And we were always like, yo, fuck that. Fuck your system. These are our voices. This is what we doing. We got to get different. We got to get bold. And we just went for it. So... yeah, man. But shouts out to that 2018 team because they did some hard shit. They beat a Slamageddon team.
First of all, well, okay. So
because we love being messy, Chakra.
listen, that was a really, really, really tough bout. So first of all, it's Slamageddon, so you already know what you're gonna get. Utah did a concept bout, and then you had was it DPL? It was DPL, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, DPL is DPL. It was a tough bout.
Yo, that whole shit was hard. Go ahead.
Of Slamageddon I've ever seen. And y'all beat the dog shit out of us. Saying it was a tough bout is so kind of. I was there. It was not a tough bout. It was tough in the way that it's tough for a bullet to go through paper. It was brutal. Every round. I've never experienced losing like that. I've lost. I don't mind losing. That shit felt like getting my soul ripped out. When you look at a poem and you know you don't have a chance. And that happens 4 rounds. Yeah, that is brutality. That shit was vicious. All because we had some stupid ass, dumb ass, conflicting ideals on how we were going to do it. And nobody agreed. And we went up there looking dumb as fuck. Meanwhile, y'all went up there looking beautiful. That contrapuntal poem was beautiful. It was beautiful. I still watch it. Consistent.
Which was right. Nerd ass niggas on the squad. They were like, you guys ever heard of a contrapuntal? I was like, all right, go do your thing. Here's the beautiful thing about that 2018 win was I had to come back to Charlotte like mid thing. I was like, yo, Ward, y'all got it. So Ward made all of those fucking calls. I mean, not all of them, but a majority of those calls Ward made. And I was nervous, but also I was like, these niggas is really doing some different shit. That should be enough, right? Which was the thing about our squad, and I always told them as Slam Master, I'm more the last call on what's gonna go up, but I'm not the dictator. Y'all, you tell me what the fuck you want to do, and that's majority rule. We will do. So to hear you say we couldn't connect, which a lot of people won't talk about, right? Like, we just lost because we didn't do good phones. You know, and everybody knows the disconnect and the disjointedness that happens within a team that they don't always talk about, because that's the other side of Slam that people won't talk about. They have all these amazing squads and they do so well, but no one talks about the arguments, the near fights, the fucking people who quit midway through the whole shit and you got to figure shit out. No one talks about that shit, right? But it happens. So for any squad to make it to a final stage, and those who know what the work comes in with the internal conflict, it is a lot to say. So for you to say that about a Baltimore team, because we always held Slamageddon was always a problem. I don't care what form. I don't care who was on the team. Y'all could have had 5 Dr. Seuss's on the fucking team. It was still a goddamn problem, right? It was still a problem that you had to put in full consideration and put full respect for. So to hear you say that and to know that, you know, it was a lot going on is a lot that says about the character of who you are and who the team is, because most people won't admit that shit fully, because there's been a Slam Charlotte team that I've had to tell motherfuckers goodbye. Goodbye. Get the fuck off this squad. It is not working out. Like, and you know, we go on to be well. So
8 years removed, to be honest. And y'all what? There's no way to refute it. Beat our asses. I was there. I was the one you put the hands on. It was me.
You put hands on me. I was there, nigga.
You beat up, nigga. Like, you know, y'all was there. Ass. No, I was the ass. And it was beautiful. My favorite Slamageddon squad is me, Breon, Kenneth, Slankston, and Grim Jackson.
Oh, word. That was a good one.
Well, I have a hilarious Grim story.
I have one too.
Oh, y'all want to do some Grim Jackson stories?
I know you have a
I
few.
have Grim Jackson stories.
So I was in Baltimore at a Busboys and Poets, and Grim is sitting right in front of me. Right in front of me. I know Grim knows me, and I know Grim, and I I think Grim knows me, right? I feel like he does. So you ever been in those situations where you want to speak to somebody, but you're afraid they're not going to know who you are, and you don't want it to be weird? So he's in front of me, and I'm assuming he's running his poem. So he's talking, and I'm like, all right, I'm not going to get in that brother's business real quick, but he is rocking this poem full scale, no noise. Like
Oh.
and I'm like, okay, I'm going to wait till he's finished. Never finishes. So they call him up to the stage. He does his thing. He kills it. He comes back, and I'm like, yo, Graham, what's up? What's up, man? He's like, hey, man, did you enjoy my poem? I'm like, yeah. Hey, my name is Blues. I had to reintroduce myself. And he's like, oh, man, I hope I get to hear you. And I'm like, nigga, you fucking know me. And I think it was at this moment when I think it was like sort of at the tail end of Grim being on Slamageddon Teams, where he's in this weird space mentally. And I'm like, all right, man, well, all right, I'm not going to make this any more weirder than it needs to be. You're going through what you're going through. You did well on your poem. But I literally did this.
That's
I
hilarious.
pulled the J Ward. I waved at him. And I was
I
like,
wish I could tell you. And it's because he was going Grim Jackson might not just recognize. We're not talking about a man. We're talking about Grim Jackson.
yeah.
Grim Jackson picked me up from work one day because we was working at the youth program. I said, how was your day? How was your day, Grim? He goes, yeah, this girl's house to smash. And then her roommate came home. Somebody stole their rent. And it ain't me. So they handcuffed me to a radiator to figure out what happened.
What?
And then he goes on his phone and shows me a picture of him handcuffed to a radiator.
Oh.
That's not the crazy part.
That's
I was
not
like,
the crazy
what
part.
the face was while he was handcuffed to the radiator. I'm like, happens to you a lot? But we're not talking about a man. We're talking about Grim Jackson.
Right.
We won about it when it was inside. The first year we did it in Kentucky. We're in that building. This nigga gonna go put on a baseball cap and sunglasses and walk around with this. Stopping and asking people how they do. And nobody shot it. Because we're not talking about a man. We're talking about Grim Jackson. Me and Grim Jackson got like Charlie Murphy, Rick James stories. 2020, the year that never was. I was taking a break from Slam. So the team came out to what it was, and I wanted to coach it. So guess who's going to coach it? Grim is on this team. Grim does not respect me as a coach. Grim don't give a fuck about nothing I say. Nothing. I'm in practice, and they're like, somebody changed this group piece. I say, yo, who changed the group piece? I did. I ain't like that shit, so I acted without nobody. I said, Grim, that is absolutely not loud. You can't be doing that. He's like, I did it.
I said, well, nigga, what? It's done.
So the next practice, I see him walking down the street. So before he could turn that corner and go down the street when we practice, I hopped out the car and fought him. I hopped out the car and I fought Grim Jackson in the middle of North Avenue.
Yo.
And I said, you're not going to fucking disrespect me today, bro.
Oh, shit.
And then we went to practice.
I like, y'all didn't just fight.
Oh,
Literally. Not fucking with me, Grim. Practice. All right, yo, we gonna work with these group. We're not talking about a man.
Talking
about
about
Grim
Grim Jackson.
We Slam as a team. We travel. Rion is the driver. She's guaranteed a bed. She's the lady. It makes sense.
Right.
Everybody else, it's every man for themselves. First person to the room with the bed, it's it. Me, I often sleep on the couch because that's where the television is. And I can't do this shit without television. I don't need no luxury, but I need to watch television. So Grim is a whole ride to Charlotte. No, where was So Fried 2019?
Fayetteville.
Fayetteville. Whole ride to Fayetteville. Yeah, I'm getting a room this year. Y'all not about to do me like that. I'm getting a room this year. That room is mine, nigga. We get to the door. Yeah, door first. I don't run for rooms. I'm a grown man. I will gladly sit on the couch. He forgot something in the car. He go back to the car. We go in. And the way you declare a room your room is you put your bag on the bed. That's how you declare your room.
Right.
This nigga come in the room I'm in and knock my bag on fire. And I say, Grim, what the fuck is you doing? He says, it's my nigga. It's my room, nigga. I said, Grim, yo, I'm the type of person that just asked me, can I have this room? I don't know, man. I don't care. But that nigga knocked my shit on the floor and threw his shit on the bed. And I said, Grim, my stuff is not on the bed anymore, but your stuff is. If you don't get the fuck out this room, I'm gonna piss on your stuff. He pulls his pants after again and starts humping the pillow.
Oh my God.
I go stand on the bed, pull my dick out to piss. And while he's humping the pillow and I'm standing there with my dick out, this is when Kenneth walks in. Kenneth turns around instantly because he is completely freaked out. He's like, "Look!" So I said, Grim, are you going to get out my room or am I going to piss on your thing? He said, do it. So I pissed on his thing.
Yo.
Slamageddon is not just a name.
Yo.
It's a lifestyle.
Because we're not talking about a man.
We're
We're
not
talking about Grim
Jackson.
Jackson.
Yo.
You know, that's the person. This is not funny. This is not funny. I'm telling this like it's a funny story. This is not funny, but it's very funny to me. So forgive me. He was dating a person, and they were over a friend's house. And Grim Jackson is Grim Jackson. He's a very strange young man. His name is Grim Jackson. Somebody put the laser on him. You know, the cat, the little red laser.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Him interpreting it as he was about to be sniped through the young lady in front of him.
Oh my God.
Come
What?
on.
I said, Grim did what? He said, nope, and slid off the couch.
That's not funny, man.
That is hilarious.
That's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
That's fucking hilarious.
In the moment, it's not funny, but it's hilarious now.
In hindsight, it's hilarious
Grim-
as fuck.
I got a Grim.
Grim Jackson got in front of an audience. I never forget he was featuring. And if you've never seen a Grim Jackson feature, you missed out. Greatest thing you ever seen. Because it was levels of cringe and ridiculous that was somehow entertaining. Like watching Gallagher. So he said, yeah, I featured at Busboys last night. And I did a certain thing during my set. And everybody said I should never do that again. So I'm about to share it. And I said, wait a minute, Grim. People said never do it again. And you're about to do it for us? He said, yeah. He said, so after I did my third poem, I told my audience, my poems are like AIDS. Because after you hear them, you're infected. And now I've infected you all. Everybody in this room got my AIDS. And we're all just sitting there like, you really just said that to us. You really just said that. Yo, Jackson, you're not talking about a man.
Talking about Grim Jackson.
Grim Jackson.
Jordan got a grim story.
I do.
Tell it, Jordan.
My only time at Rust Belt when it was in St. Louis, it was that little that burger spot, a little takeout spot, like a block away, right? And we're in between. This is that weird break in between the last bout and all the finals, right? This man is asleep on the floor in the takeout spot. So, like, mind you, cuddling a Four Loko, like like vice grip on a Four Loko, asleep on the floor in this takeout spot, full of poets, but it's also still locals. So like I'm with a poet who shall remain nameless, and the poet like leans down to check on him, and it's a young lady. And Grim wakes up and is like, "Hey, I'll give you attention in a second. Right now, I just need to rest."
Oh my
And she
God.
said, "Nigga, what the fuck?"
Wow.
This is him.
It's the coldest shit I ever seen.
He really. Yo, I'm at a show in Baltimore, and he's sweating profusely, and he says, "Chakra, come on, yo, come on." I'm like 2 minutes from this day. They're literally about to introduce me. And I'm thinking something that happened to him. So I said, "Grim, what's going on? Yo, what's up?" He said, "Yo," he sat on the steps. And I said, "Yo, what's good? Yo, have you ever thought about how the quasars exist as their own entity? And the way that fission and fusion are related. And the quasars are the reason." And I said, "Grim, is that what happened to you? You ran me? Is that why you stopped me from going on fucking stage right now?"
Oh man.
He's sweating. And I say, "Yo, give your fuck out my face, bro." Yo, I miss him. I miss him a lot. He's a weird guy. He was a soldier.
Yeah.
You look Grim in his face. You go, "Listen, fucker. Go up there and win us this round." 9 times out of 10.
That's what you're gonna do. Hey, Chakra, we got a segment before we close out called.
Let's get it.
It's called That's Cap. It's called That's Cap, but I'm actually doing like a variation of it. So That's Cap is generally a game where I will give you options, and I'll make a statement, and then you say whether that's cap or whether that's facts. This is an alternate version, though. This is something a little different I made just for you. This game is called Peak Mid Ass.
Whoa. Wait, before you go further.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Peak Mid Ass.
Peak. Mid
ass.
Yeah.
Mad ass. All
right.
right. Mid ass.
It is very similar to Fuck, Marry, Kill. Okay. I'm going to talk about the upcoming hero movies that we have for 2026. One has to be peak, one has to be mid, and one has to be ass. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we have Avengers Doomsday coming out in December.
Mid.
Oh, you're going to rank them before you hear the rest of them?
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Okay.
He was already that shit is mid.
Woman of Tomorrow comes out in June. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
Let me say all three, and then you can say which one is peak, mid, or
That
ass.
nigga's perplexed.
Well, I already
right
knew what
now.
that one was. It's hard to say it out loud.
Avengers Doomsday, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, Spider-Man Brand New Day. Peak, mid,
Spider-Man
ass.
Brand New Day.
Okay.
You got Peter Parker poor. Banger.
Yeah.
Struggling Peter Parker is the only Peter Parker. And you got the Punisher. He a real New York nigga now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He live in a shitty apartment. He can't get the girl he like. He can't pay his rent, and a nigga shoot at him. He just living a New York experience.
Yeah.
Avengers Doomsday. We are months from that movie, and we got a bunch of short clips.
Yeah.
Why y'all want to see the trailer? 3 hours and 45 minutes. Y'all can't cut together a trailer?
All right.
And simply because it has never been done. I have never seen a quality superhero film. Ass.
Okay. All right. Here's one from recent headlines. These are 3 alternate names for Jack Harlow.
Methodical man.
Which name is peak, mid, ass? Okay. Lint Condition. IRS 1, and Music Stole Child.
Oh man. Music Stole Child is peak.
All right.
Peak. IRS 1 shouldn't be mid, but next to Music Stole Child, it's mid. And yeah, the first one's that.
All right, got it.
First was that.
All right, here's one. This is a wrestling one. I'm going to give you a choice. Either it's going to be 90s wrestlers or it's going to be the Four Horsemen.
Four Horsemen, let's go.
Okay. Peak mid ass. Ric Flair,
Peak
Arn Anderson,
mid.
Chris Benoit.
Shit.
No Ole Anderson here.
That nigga twisted all the way around in his
No
chair.
Ole Anderson here.
That would have been too easy.
Yeah.
Although he was great.
Oh, I just knew you were gonna say someone who was actually ass, like Paul Roma or Lex Luger, Sid Vicious over the time he was with him. Even Mongo McMichael. But you said peak, mid, peak.
Right.
By default, for murder, it go Flair peak.
He said the
Arn
murder.
Anderson mid.
And Chris Benoit.
Was manslaughter.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Yo,
So
Chakra
if-
feels so bad about that.
Yeah.
If I could ask one before we jump out of it.
Yeah.
Out of
Football fan.
so Marvel approaches you and says, "Yo, we love what you do. Can you write a poem for one of our movies? Which movie are you writing a poem for?"
The Blade with Wesley Snipes.
Word. Good answer.
Yeah.
It's clearly me who should write that poem. As a matter of fact, I will go ahead and write that poem just because you said that.
Just make sure you tag me in the post, my nigga. All right.
You talking about the only MCU film I am excited for is if they do Midnight Suns, and you must do it with Snipes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No offense to Mr. Ali. Mahershala is an amazing actor, but you can be an amazing actor and still not be the actor for this role.
Right.
I love Leo DiCaprio. That nigga ain't Batman.
Yeah. And because technically Blade is a vampire and does not necessarily age out of anything.
Yeah.
So it just makes fucking sense that you get. And Black Don't Crack. Snipes looks good.
Yeah, it was good.
That look good. We saw Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Ali.
All right, so we're winding down, Black Chakra. So tell the good people where they can find you, follow you, get all of the things from you.
You can follow me everywhere. I am Black Chakra 88 on Instagram and TikTok. BLACK Chakra CHAKRA 88. Spelled all correct. And if you like what you've heard on this podcast, to follow me. No, I'm also about to share my GoFundMe to raise money to go to Africa. I've bought my passport, which is revolutionary, because now I can get put to other countries. I'm dangerous. Is Trump going to let me back? I don't know.
Right.
But I've already gotten booking in Canada. My passport comes in 4 weeks. I'm really excited about it. So I spent the first half of the money in the passport process as fast as possible. So I'm going to raise money to help pay for this Africa trip. I'm going over there to win. I'm going over. Let's go.
And then my last question for you. Are you ready to freestyle?
Let's get it.
First guest ever that's with it. I like it. That's true talent right there.
Yeah.
All right. Jay Ward, you want to give him
Yeah.
a spiel?
Yeah, Chakra, this is normally how it goes. It doesn't matter to you. For most of our guests, we like to blanket them so that they don't feel uneasy about freestyling. So Blues goes first. Blues is amazing, of course. I go next. I generally get cut off. That's what it is. And that gives the alley-oop for our guest. And then Jamal closes us out because Jamal's like the best rapper that we have. So Jamal anchors
Fire.
us. Let's go.
Yes, it's a loop I made.
Okay. I just want everybody to know this Penelope got me buzzing. Yeah.
Yes, it's doing its job.
It's doing its job.
Let's go.
It's real smooth, Jamal.
Yeah. Jordan wouldn't let me use any of the beats
Okay.
that I made for him.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Like this. Shit. It's like 1 for the money, 2 for the show. I guarantee y'all got the ill type flow. Penelope got me where I want to be. Buzzing, yo, shit, not like the Yellowstone. Fuck it. Guaranteed I got an ill flow. Guaranteed, watch out, kick you like a steel toe. Better know. Guaranteed, Mr. Blues. Ooh, shit, come through. Oh, shit, hit you like a Uzi do. Rapid fire. I guaranteed I got the fire. Gun for hire. Oh, shit, I'm about to take y'all niggas higher. Higher than you ever been. Go spin. Guaranteed, watch out. Watch the microphone blend. Excuse me. Guaranteed, yo, I hit you like, I think I said Uzi before. I mean, that's redundant. Yeah, I guarantee I'm not your political pundit, but I'm guaranteed to hit you for sure. I'm through the front door like a kickstand. I don't know, man. Shit, I'm out here just freestyling to the beat. Jay Ward, man, got to take this from me. Let's go.
It's Jay Ward and I got the black hoodie on. Idle hands, I'm doing this shit for Trayvon. Stepped in or step on or step in. You don't know, this is the lethal weapon. I'm a sinner, I don't care about kids with weapons. I just step in and grab the motherfucking mic. Then I tear it out your fucking windpipe. Next thing, the blood just flow out your
All right, nigga. You was doing so fucking well.
You were
referencing the movies.
I was with it.
He was so close.
He was so fucking close.
He was so close.
Talk about the windpipe.
And the nigga just went crazy.
All right.
All right, Chakra,
Chakra,
man,
you
it's
ready?
all up from here, cuz. Let's
go.
go.
No. Watch what you say, or give niggas the blue till they end up in the J board. And I got that great door, known for that ism, this fucking schism, falling off the top because it's autism. Highly generated, but you can't duplicate it. Everybody hate it because they can't relate it. It's more like retrogated, you more like Gatorade. Lack the substance to fuck with, get cut this. Similar to Bone Saw. I motherfucking told y'all, but your label sold y'all for that slavery, so you could raise to me. I know you niggas hate me. I'm not what you made to be. I never did poetry the way that it was made for me. I'm the sickest, known for the slickest. Gotta say the sick shit, Mr. Invictus. Why I'm so quick this. It's more like a quickening. That's Highlander, killer bystander. My eyes land on anyone looking wrong. I get the cooking on beats like Chef Ramsay. Make more kids than Ramsay. Get a Grammy for my Grammy. Niggas can't stand me like paraplegic. I don't need this. Niggas call me Moses. I'm more like Jesus. The tetrahedron. Different days I'm reading. But I'm always succeeding while your girl is sucking seed. Then
Hey. Yo. Okay, so I think Stephen Willis briefly held the title of best freestyle.
4 minutes.
Briefly.
Yeah.
Briefly.
Word.
Yo.
All right, Jamal.
let's go, Jamal.
I'm saying. I was not saying I wasn't the freestyle. I was saying, hey, say this beat.
I thought Jordan was ready to take it.
to jump on this shit. Yeah.
He's like, nah.
No, say this beat.
I need this. Okay, my
Say
bad.
this beat. Hey, send this to me right after this.
All right, here we go, y'all. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yo. Yeah. True. Oh shit, I forgot. Never mind. All right, yo, shout out to everybody across the world. Shout out to our listeners in the US.
You didn't even try.
Shout out to Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. Oh.
Shout out to Germany,
Yeah.
That's right. Guten Tag.
Canada,
Okay.
Australia,
Yeah.
G'day.
Brazil,
Down.
Ireland.
Yeah.
Shout out to the UK,
Let's go UK.
Malaysia,
Malaysia. Oh shit. Let's go on vacation.
Russia.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Sweden.
Yeah.
All right. Stay neutral.
Shout out to Senegal,
Senegal.
Spain.
Hola.
Shout out to France, the Czech Republic. Shout out to Mexico.
Hola again.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody across the world that listen to us. Shout out to everybody that watches us on YouTube. Shout out. Yeah. Shout out to South Africa.
Oh shit. Not South Africa.
Yeah. They're less than 0.01%. So
I will take it.
yeah, for sure.
What about our Ukraine listener? We still got them?
Let's see.
Shaq, we had like one Ukraine.
Oh shit. Oh shit. The Ukraine's not on here anymore.
Oh no!
Oh no, I was wrong. I was wrong.
Oh,
I
they're
was
still
wrong.
There? Still there?
Yeah.
Okay,
Shout
all
out to our listener in the
Hold
Ukraine.
strong, Ukraine.
4 or
Yeah.
5 years of fighting with the Russians, and they're still here.
Still
nigga.
listening to the Poet Up podcast. Man, shout out to everybody that gives us a listen, man, and a watch and a like and a review.
And shout out to Chakra.
Shout out to Chakra for
sure.
coming through. Man,
Shout out to
rate-
Penelope and shout out to Yellowstone.
for sure.
Send us bottles. Okay.
Shout out to your partner.
Listen, man, like, share, rate, review us, give us 5 stars, because in the words of Bomani Jones, if you give us 4 stars, we're inclined to believe that you are a hater, and we out.
Pull it up, pull it up.